things seem nice. It's Monday now, or Tuesday. Just looking at whatever day it is. Okay. Priscilla here. Say hi, everybody. It's not gonna happen. That's the best we got. She's not doing a whole lot. She's just hanging out. Fritzy's taking her beauty sleep. I don't know if Priscilla's going to do anything. We'll see. She's on the prowl. So, all right. So today's a holiday for us, or it was. Holiday, get some rest, hopefully. Sure, everything's running right here. Oh, you kidding? Okay. Yeah, I set the microphone. I guess I have to set it twice here. I might have to do something. I might have to change my recording system here. Jeez. I gotta deal with every little detail. All right. So Burning Man is coming to an end. The ritual out in Black Rock. I did feel like some Egyptian energies there, and Egyptians connected to the Sirian, so I was going to bring a Sirian energy, bring in Redmond for some of that. Yeah, obviously it's like a public. I don't know, man. I guess it all depends on if people put more. The conspiracy theories put more attention to it, add some more heat to them. Who knows where it will happen with that? People wake more people up about this whole thing. There she is, she's eating the chair. Hold on. So I'm eating the chair. Just eating the chair. All right, find something else. Go. Just eating the chair. Great. It's good for your digestive system, I guess. And the felines, we get the feline energies of what's going on politically or whatever it might be. Yeah, feel political energy there that they want to go into. Of course, they got a feline over here that's eating the chair. She's hidden. You can't see her. She's kind of there. And the Andromedans. I don't connect to them very often, at least publicly. So, yeah, the Burning Man frequency. I know it'd just be nice if that got more attention. The more unwanted attention, the better. Just because it's basically an elitist party, so might as well rain on it as much as you can, and then they'll make it secluded, and nobody will know about it. Obviously, something like that. I don't think they're going to do that for it, but you never know. So, I think she's stop eating the chair. All right. So I've been talking to Connor private sessions. Scheduler. The shop here. I'm in the middle of the month somewhere. Same situation here. Webinar. Wednesday. Social network behind the scenes. There is some Burning Man stuff out there. I don't know. I saw one. Yeah, I wasn't going to show this, but screw it. It's real quick. That was kind of interesting. Maybe it's not that interesting. Yeah, maybe real quick. Just a quick glimpse into it. Let's see here. So I guess that's the drive out of there. That looks like fun. Was it 8 hours? That's great. And they had a desert, sandstorm there too. Fun. That's a brain. A ritual there. A creature there. You have a dragon energy there. You have a castle. Looks like there. Another dragon. So just telling you all this stuff. There's a little robot energy going on there. I don't know what the hell. I don't know what's going on with that. Yeah, kind of a Mad Max vibe going on there. This is the one that I wanted to bring up. Hey, look, everybody, it's a Sirian energy. Dog people do exist. So that was interesting. Actually, I think there's a dog. Yeah, there's another canine energy there too. So interesting. Yeah, that's kind of creepy. Yeah, they say that's not a ritual. Yeah, okay, whatever you say. It's just not mainstream. It's not part of the mainstream conspiracy theories. That's all. I don't think it is. Oh, well, maybe one day it'll be popular. That's weird talking about it because most people probably don't care. Like, okay, whatever works for you. All right. Okay, we're going to the Sirian frequencies connected to that, and anything else you have to say. And the Lyrans feel like there's something political they want to go into, whatever that might be. That's why it's going to get too deep on that one. I guess we'll find out. And the Andromedans, I don't know, just feel like they need to come through. So, okay, all right, blessings. Here we go. Greetings. This is Redmond. Blessings. You're Illuminati, you're Anunnaki, or yes, in your desert. Well, they have to do rituals as to keep their power going. Of course, in public rituals are necessary. Of course, they put it off as fun, as for entertainment. There's nothing to think of it, so that's why, of course, your collective doesn't really add a lot to it. It's like, oh, that's no big deal. They're just having a party. I mean, even a birthday party can be a ritual for like a little kid. So the rituals that are done in hiding are a lot of times the more powerful ones, but when they're public about it, it does put out a precedent. It just kind of like it launches timelines. Not that the private ones, they also do, but the ones that are public, lives change and new directions come through. So it's a big deal. Of course, your society is not quite understanding all of the how your reality works. Of course, most of your society is not understanding what they're putting right in front of you. So it looks like just a bunch of weirdos doing a lot of ritual. It's basically just one ritual after the other. And it is more, and they're teaching others how to do it also. So there's definitely a wizard energy there. And the Egyptian frequencies are just showing how the wealthy live large, and if you can't afford to go, you're basically part of the peasant. So the VIP energy is there. So it's not for those of lesser means, as you can see. And they're just putting it right in their face. So the idea is just to see how arrogant the whole system is getting. Of course, you see that in politics all the time. The arrogance of all of it. Well, the arrogance is also showing how it's breaking down, at least in the political area. They are breaking down. And darkness moves within, of course, the different political parties. So it's just, it does make people crazy, and just think of one political party as bad and one's good. Instead, the darkness goes back and forth like a ping pong table. It just shows you can't really trust either side when it comes down to it. It shows that both can be easily corrupt. So that's a lesson for humanity. Well, basically, those systems need to go, and they can. Well, humanity has to want to put that idea into their consciousness, which has been brought up, but still, it now the political systems can also fade down. Well, because they're probably causing such a control over society. A lot of it can. It's basically it can fade out. Just like anything else in life. It can, just like any art movement or, era, it can fade out. Just humans just moved on. And many of you are putting that frequency out there currently for a change to occur. Of course, you probably feel like you're hitting a boulder, probably because you are. And this is for those that are having trouble in astral. Now, this is some that are actually trying to leave their bodies sooner than they're meant to. And they wonder why they're fighting. They're literally trying to get out of their body and go somewhere but they're kept like in this body, kept in school. It's like you'd be surprised that somebody wants to skip school, go astral, and not come back to their body. You'd be surprised how many try to do that. So, yeah, when you sign up for a contract here, obviously you're here for some time. And making it work doesn't always work out. Some souls they get into the alien lifetimes and life gets way too easy for them. They come to this world, it's like, what did I sign up for? And they feel, but they're learning so much, they're just not aware of all the teachings that's coming into it. It's overwhelming. You can technically learn too much. When you feel like you've learned enough, it's basically taking a textbook and just, putting it into your energy, basically. You feel the vibrations that are going on. And this is like a big, like 1,000-page textbook, probably longer than that. And you're putting that energy into you on a daily basis. That can get kind of overwhelming. Even if you don't feel, I realize everybody runs at a different frequency, but quite a few are pulling in a lot. Not everybody's doing that, but then again, if you have kids and you have family members driving you crazy, there's a lot going on there too. So it's just a lot happening in one lifetime. So for this world to finally, change, transform, to become lighter, it's the lessons here have to be learned for that to occur. That when you go into the higher realms, you continue with these lessons, with this knowledge, where you don't need these type of challenges anymore. And that's why things have taken so long on this planet. Every time they think they've figured out, that's why it's been made so hard. It was made as hard as it could, because the lessons were not learned. They've had worlds like this in the past, and then they made positive, and then the lessons were there for a while, but then all was lost, and they went back to their old ways. So, just basically higher dimensional beings misusing their powers. Happens all the time. So a world like this gets created. A world like this gets stronger and stronger and stronger. So, of course, many of you don't remember, but those memories can come back. I realize this isn't everyone misusing their powers. No, these are just certain individuals that just make it hard for everyone else. But others get pulled into those manipulations. So many of you come to help others out of those manipulations. It's like a net is around the planet. As alien beings, yes, we can throw you a bone every once in a while. But we're here to help you keep your vibrations going. As you get pulled into the earth, here to help you pull you out to a certain level, not fully, but just so you don't drown here. Of course, there are times when you feel like you are drowning, but sometimes, yes, we lose grip, where you do get pulled in quite deeply. But not everyone's meant to learn. I mean, to break themselves out of all of this. Meaning that you don't feel like you're learning, but you actually are. But not everybody's ready to let go of their challenges, obviously. But as always, the challenges continue to change, of course. There's different levels of it. And basically, a lot of souls that are individuals that incarnate are going through a great deal. A lot of them have not been here for a long time. So when you're not here, you just kind of bring it. It's like you're in the middle of a forest. And you're lost alone, and that energy will change. Not everybody can relate to that. Not everybody understands that. But that's what you're here to figure. That's what you're who as a collective is here to understand these things for a mental health reason. For basically, you might be living the high life, but your intuition tells you others are struggling, and you can even assist them possibly. It depends on the situation. So you are assisting your world becoming more intuitive to the powers over or what's going on here and overall. Some are aware of it, like those have a lot of wealth. Yes, they might but they might donate their money to a lot of manipulation also. And of course, there's so many in need that don't get that help, as you know. So basically, you're here to help this world become more intuitive, not just for yourselves, but for those that aren't ready for any of this, your common people that don't believe in any of these things. You're helping them to open up their abilities. They might even probably have no you never know. You might have contact with them. But ideas I mean, everyone, and those are wealthy, those are not wealthy, whoever it is, to help them become more intuitive about their environment and those that are causing difficulties here, such as your government system. That's what we bring up the politics every once in a while, obviously, because that's the gatekeepers of your higher dimensional knowledge, but they're put there, by reptilian beings and other beings, of course. Well, it's part of the game. It's the level. Well, when you don't need that gateway anymore, the gatekeeper, as you said, slowly fades away. That's what you're working on currently. Greetings to you. We are the Lyrans. We are the Felines. We are the collective. There's a lot of reptilian energies here, of course. Well, the reptilians that are here are very proud of what they've done to this world. This is their masterpiece. Yes, their magnum opus. Of course, they have other worlds, but this one's more fun because humanity keeps thinking that it's going to evolve when it doesn't evolve at all. But you're working on that. Or basically, you're here to outsmart those that are lock your planet down. It is a political system, but basically, society itself has to wake itself up, which you're assisting now. But you can wake it up by not saying a word. I mean, you can if you like to, but usually the words get thrown back towards you. As some of you have realized that. Obviously, it's the vibration you're putting out here. Yes, how you see the future. Do you see it as a positive utopia, but where you have your knowledge, where you're not ignorant of your abilities, where you are modest, but also just using it at the right pace. Felines have made this mistake many, many times on worlds like yours, where we lost ourselves. We're still trying to put ourselves back together again. So we know how these worlds work, basically. Not that we were fully out of it. No. Our race is still human. That's why I have so many cats here. All the cats you can get, basically. And dogs, the dog energy, cats and dogs do get along every now and then, basically, to help the frequencies to, for you to evolve, for you to not right now it's cats and dogs. Obviously, would send you other animals if it was necessary. I know an antelope probably won't help many of you, but some will. Or a beaver, that won't help many. Again, you never know. Depends on far out in the water you are, or how much in the woods you are, something along those lines. But yeah, there's a lot of animal beings. I'd love, like a bear, would love to be live with you. Of course, you don't really have that in your society, but have a nice little house where you could put your bear friends. Of course, they might just eat your furniture and everything else. They're not really domesticated, but you never know. But basically, what we're coming to is basically, you're transforming your energies to basically be a lot lighter, looser, freer. So you're freeing the bars of your reality. Yes, where strange things would come through, where the astral becomes more connected to you. Where astral, obviously, as some of you know, is very opposite of this planet. Very well, it can be difficult, but also very bizarre. But you're connecting more to your inner self. Basically, what kind of world do you come from? Yes, it might be told to you, but is it fully recognized? How strange it might be. Well, for some of you are coming from human worlds that have very similarities to this planet. It's just lighter, at a lighter frequency. But some of you come from some of the strangest worlds. It's not even hard to even explain where you come from. I mean, that's the art of it all. Of how you need, and that's why some of you get so homesick when you're here, because this world doesn't really fit your frequency. But that's why you came here, to bring your frequency here. Yes, to bring your weirdness here, basically. Bring your looseness to, help the frequencies not be so heavy, to unlock it, for to, unlock the knot on your planet. Even the reptilian beings take things way too seriously here. I mean, they feel like they have won, and you're here to show them that they lost by just not, letting them keep you down. Basically, just and they're okay with that. They're not going to make it easy, but they make traps around your energy traps, mental traps, and many of you do find ways around it. But they don't want you to, ascend too quickly. Not because you can't, it's just because they don't want you to do it. They're not going to make it easy for you to get there. But just basically to endure your reality. Yes, bring in your realms, your strangeness, everything. It makes things easier. Make this world your world. Well, it makes life easier. When this world connects to your frequency, like your living situation, wherever it might be, it just makes life a lot easier. So, blessings. Grease you. We are the Andromedans, send you energies. Our race is learning a great deal of all of these challenges, because we come from worlds where these challenges don't even exist. A great deal of them do not. But we're also learning from our own, our own failures, our own faults by being here. So, because we can get complacent also. You're seeing that here. It's not making itself too clear. Not yet. Well, some of your heroes might not be seen as heroes. Let's put it that way. Well, it's flawed, but you're seeing it. Just somebody wants someone to look up to, but sometimes they look up to that person. It's not always. They're not. They put on a facade, and the facade is not. Yes, they do leave clues. Well, basically, not everyone's allowed for their inner power to come through. They're still allowing their light. They're just not ready for their own knowledge to be free. Yes, many of them are blocked. That's true. So you connect to those that have a lot of astral knowledge, and you look at them. Some people look at them as a deity. They look up to that energy. They feel like they can do no wrong. But that can also freeze your own knowledge. But the more you add more love to yourself and allow more of yourself to break free, eventually your higher dimensional knowledge will come through. You'd be surprised how much is coming through that you might not always be looking for. I mean, individually, if you want to evolve spiritually, you most likely are. It's just you're not always seeing it. Not always seeing what you're doing here, especially what you're putting up with here on this world. Not everyone's seeing their talents. So it's basically is what we're getting at. Your spiritual talents is not always recognized. And then recognizing that some are, yes, looking for others for knowledge, and that's fine, but they also give their power away to some individuals. Not always, but sometimes that's the case. Oh, I'm listening to this person, I must be on the right track. But in truth, they're not really opening themselves up, which can be very strange. Opening up your reality, basically, where there's actually 3 or 4 different versions of Earth right next to each other. You have one that's very difficult, one's easier, and one's like paradise. And they all kind of ignore each other. Usually the more friendlier one doesn't ignore, but the one that's having a lot of difficulties, those worlds don't exist. You're just seeing things. Yeah, you'd be surprised. And some of you might feel that way about your planets that's around your world, that those aren't your planets, or connect to your knowledge, connect to your astral. You might not be able to prove it physically of how different you see the reality, but you are tapping into your home reality, your home universe. Your home universe can look similar to this one. I mean, your Earth can be very different, can be a lot more happier. It can have the planets are all aligned differently and all those type of things. Just you might call it a fantasy, but some might call it that. But you go to your inner zen to heal from what's happening here. As some are doing that now. And it has to be that complicated. How would you see a world that's a lot more to you makes more sense? Obviously, this world is doing the exact opposite. Well, it helps you more you see your own reality. It helps you see how backwards this one is. Well, then you don't get pulled into its programming. Can't program you anymore. It just starts to break down. You just ease into your own reality, whatever it might be. I mean, obviously, some have worlds that are obviously worse than this one. Yes. I mean, truly, our individuals trying to make a world more difficult every day. But you don't have to comply to that. Well, the idea is to master this reality, not necessarily for a financial gain, but to, unlock all its programs so you can, be mentally, physically more free. Basically, so you can live here peacefully, but in a good way where you're sending out good vibrations where others don't have to be on their lockdown energy either. So you're always, those of you that are bringing prosperous frequencies to yourself, if your intentions are that, not everyone's intentions have that, but your intentions are to heal others, it is felt. It is hurt. You don't have to give money. You just send out your frequency. It's your intention. So, what's this?